When I was younger, my parents wanted me to go to this very good selective school. Not only because it was a good high school, but also because the tuition was a lot better than the school that I was going to at the time. The school I was going to honestly required them to work to the bone to pay for the tuition. So a few years ago, when I was probably in year 8, so when I was around 13, that was the year I was supposed to take the entrance exam for this high school. At the start of the year, they told me this, so I had around maybe 2 months to prepare. Luckily, I used some initiative and I found a list of subjects and topics that was going to be covered over the exam. And I even talked to some guy that went there. Do you know how much I studied for? At most 2 hours. I was not ready for the exam, but by the grace of God, the exam, because of COVID lockdown, the exam was pushed back by a couple months. Do you know how much I studied then? 3 hours at most. I was stressing even though I wasn't even doing jack shit, but I kept telling myself, I have a month, I'll do it later, I'm fine. I have 3 weeks, I'll do it later, I'm fine. I have 2 weeks left, I'll do it later, I'm fine. I was not fine, but by the grace of God, Allah, Buddha, everybody combined, the exams were pushed back another few months. This was my opportunity to actually lock in, and I told myself, alright bro, lock the fuck in. I barely even studied. The same thing happened again. I've got a month left. I can play video games now. I've got a few weeks left. I'll do it tomorrow. But the thing with this time is that there was no sign, there was no message, there was no email that the exams were going to be pushed back. So this time it was for real. I was fucked. I studied all I could. I stressed so much. I developed pimples on my face. Even the day before, I was still studying. Even the morning before the exam, I was still studying, and I was only halfway through the list of subjects. The exam came, and I knew on my soul that I failed. A few weeks later, as I was having dinner with my parents, they got the email. I didn't get in. The disappointment on their faces, it honestly really fucking hurt. So the first thing, the reason you might procrastinate, the reason I've procrastinated, is your mindset. This mindset that you have all the time in the world. Yeah, bro, it feels good to have a few weeks, a week, or even a day until your next assignment, exam, or maybe you want to try and work out and try a new productive habit. But every time you say tomorrow, tomorrow comes and that becomes now, but you don't feel like doing it, so then you push it off for tomorrow, later, a few hours from now. You just got to do the bare minimum. It's because you barely have any discipline to do any work. Just do the bare minimum, because to be honest, that's all you can pretty much do. I've always thought that if I'm going to do work, I've got to do 60 minutes of that workout. I've got to do 2 hours of that studying. And to be honest, that just made everything daunting, and I just didn't want to feel like doing it. It's until you honestly throw away your ego that you can do all this shit and start small. It's gonna fucking hurt your ego, but it's better than just doing nothing. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction. Yeah, I got it right. Just do the smallest bit you can do, and believe it or not, that smallest bit you can do will become your new minimum. It'll become the point where you don't even need to use any willpower to do. Once you can do the undoable that you did not do before, what the fuck? Once you're able to do the minimum that you couldn't do before, raise the standard. Raise the 5 minutes to 10 minutes. Raise that 10 minutes to 15 minutes. Raise that 15 minutes to 20 minutes. And by doing this, you're able to become consistent without burning out. It becomes a habit, something that's light work for you, like breathing. So just start small. This next thing might not go for everything, but if it's for working out, studying, you need a goal, obviously, but do you really want to achieve that? Do you have enough drive? Do you have the amount of bother to even want to achieve it? You've got to want it enough to get off YouTube Shorts, TikTok, to start doing work. Give yourself reasons to why you want to accomplish this certain goal. Maybe you want to study every day to get good grades. Why do you want that? Maybe you want to get a better physique by working out. Why do you want that? Become obsessed with it, and maybe, just maybe, you'll have more willpower to get yourself into doing the habit that you want to do. And this final thing, which is pretty much the main thing, is that procrastination isn't a problem in itself. Maybe you've tried everything I've said. Maybe you tried some random techniques from other YouTubers. You've tried changing your environment, but no matter what you do, you just can't muster any fucking willpower to do anything. Now, what you've been trying to do is fix something that isn't actually the problem. It's the symptom of a bigger problem, and that's poor mental health. Like so many other things, negative thoughts, depression, inconsistency, all of them are a symptom of poor mental health. When I improved my mental health, I found that I don't procrastinate as much as I did before. And the thing with my 13-year-old self is that I had shit mental health. I played video games every day. I was shouted at every day. I was perpetually sad. And to improve your mental health, and fix all these symptoms is by practicing two things: mindfulness and gratitude. Mindfulness through meditation, gratitude through gratitude journaling, and I almost forgot, exercise. When you disconnect from these things, when you're not mindful, you're anxious. When you're not grateful, you're depressed. When you don't exercise, you're unhealthy, depressed, and you hate yourself. Start small and build up. When you first get into the gym, you don't lift the heaviest weight as soon as you get into there. You start small and you slowly build it up over time. That's like with any other habit. If you want to be consistent with it, build these habits: mindfulness, gratitude, exercising, and your mental health will go up. And when your mental health is up, everything in your life is up. In conclusion, the reason you procrastinate is mostly because of your mindset and your mental health. You keep telling yourself that you'll do it later. You just got to tell yourself that I'll do it now, even if it's the smallest bit. Throw away your ego, because it's better than doing nothing. Stop focusing on fixing the symptom. Fix the bigger problem, your poor mental health. Practice mindfulness, gratitude, exercise. It's like when you're sick and you have a runny nose. You don't only just buy tissues and stuff that'll fix your runny nose. No, you fix your sickness by buying medicine, by taking that medicine. I hope that makes sense. I made that thing up myself, but fix the problem, not the symptom. Anyways, my name is Glance. I try and help young guys improve their mental health. Take care, and I'll see you later. I feel it fall.